Have you ever watched a horror movie where teenagers make all the wrong decisions and wished you could intervene? In The Quarry, you get to decide the fate of 9 adventurous and unwary camp counselors who spent an extra night in the woods. With danger lurking around every corner, will you be able to keep them all alive? Story-driven games that feel more like an interactive movie like developer Supermassive Until Dawn or the Dark Pictures anthology sure aren't for everyone. In The Quarry, there are tons of cutscenes and long stretches where you're not really doing anything. But whenever you do get to make a choice, it feels impactful and builds a lot of tension. Should they open that suspicious trapdoor or leave it alone? Try to save their friends or leave them behind? It's your choice if they run, hide, or try to defend themselves. And even though you'll mostly visit the same locations on each playthrough, many details can change, and some scenes are only available with certain choices. Most importantly though, it's entirely up to you how much blood will be spilled, and who will still be around the next day. Of course, these choices can only feel impactful when you care about the characters, which might prove difficult in the early game if you have a low tolerance for cheesy dialogue.
Beep, 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 beep.
What
beep,
are you doing?
Beep. Oh, it's my beer dar. Helps me dar for beers.
It took me a while to warm up to them, but the more blood hit the fan, the more believable and likable these characters got, and the more I wanted to keep them alive. What impressed me the most about the characters is the excellent facial and motion capture. Sure, at times there is something off with their mouths and eyes, but their facial expressions and subtle movements add so much to their personalities, which can also be said about the cast's phenomenal voice acting.
Okay.
Look, it's not that big of a deal, okay? We'll just spend one more night here.
No! No! Just stop. Let me think.
Gameplay consists of exploration scenes, interruptions and dialogue choices, and of course different types of quick-time events. During exploration you can find clues, evidence and tarot cards that offer a glimpse into a possible future. Compared to previous titles, the QTEs are much easier to pull off. In most cases you'll have plenty of time to react, and you don't have to press different buttons. Hold A to hold your breath, mash A to defend yourself, move the left analog stick to avoid dangerous situations, or succeed in thrilling activities like giving a high five or catching a key. The only QuickTime event that requires a bit more attention is shooting, because sometimes you're not given much time to aim. No matter how quick your reaction time is and how good you are at decision making, there are times where you can't avoid certain horror cliches. The teens will split up in the dark forest, keep important information to themselves, refuse to stay indoors, and ignore a lot of creepy sights and sounds.
What was that? It's probably nothing.
I get it, it's supposed to be a gory and scary experience, inspired by teen horror movies. But personally, I'm still waiting for that interactive horror game that makes it difficult but possible to make all the right decisions. Allow me to have a less thrilling but satisfying first playthrough, because that will make it so much more interesting to come back and make it all go wrong. With all the different parts, the Quarry does of course have a high replay value, but unfortunately it's not possible to skip cutscenes. And even though you can choose to restart at any chapter, this will override all your progress. The story is very immersive, but it's also quite predictable and has some pacing problems. The second half drags on a bit, and half of the counselors get sidelined. It's like suddenly they and their relationships just don't matter anymore. Compared to some other Supermassive games, the ending feels rushed and unsatisfying. But overall, I still had a lot of fun in my 10-hour-long playthrough. The great visuals, memorable characters, tough choices, and actual consequences make this well worth your time if you're into interactive horror games. And with the couch co-op and upcoming online co-op option, you can even share this experience with friends. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think of this game in the comments below.